What's going on, everybody? It's the Creative Pro checking in for the first episode of iMovie Monday. And this series is dedicated all to the free editing platform iMovie. If you have any specific topics you would like me to touch on, let me know in the comments down below and I can make sure I address that in a specific video. I'll focus on helping you get your clips into a timeline and then from that timeline out into a video file that's ready to post on any social media platform. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is just open up iMovie. So now the first time you open up iMovie, this will be the page that you see. So what we're gonna need to do to get started is just hit create new. And now you're gonna be prompted with two different options. The first is a movie, which is where you combine videos, photos, and music to make your own movie. Or you can choose a trailer, which you follow a template to create a Hollywood style movie trailer. So for today, we're focusing on making a movie, so I will just select movie. The next thing you wanna do is import the memory card from the camera you shot your video on, or if you're using a mobile device, this is the time where you wanna plug it into the computer so we can begin to start editing it. So what I'm gonna do right now is just import my memory card. When you import your memory card or plug in your mobile device to get the video clips, you'll be prompted with an import box here. And I have my EOS digital memory card, so this is from my Canon camera, and I have just a few sample clips here to use for today's edit. Now say you imported your memory card and that box didn't pop up, or you're working on a video and say you wanted to get a video imported from somewhere else. What you want to do to import it is either go up to File, Import Media, and then it'll bring you back to this pop-up box. You could hit Command I as a keyboard shortcut, or the last option is there's an import box here, so you can just click that and it brings you back to the same box. So these are all the clips I want to use for today, so I'm going to be importing every clip. So what I'm going to do is I click the first one, I'm holding shift on my keyboard and I'm hitting the last clip, and now it is highlighted in yellow all the clips that will be imported into iMovie. If you didn't want a specific clip, so I clicked that clip, now I'm holding command and just choosing clips that I want to choose. So now if I hit import selected, it's only going to import the 3 that have the yellow box around it. If you had plugged in your mobile device, it would pop up here where the cameras is, and all you'd have to do is navigate to your video folder and find the clips you want to import into iMovie. I'm just going to select these all now and then go down to the import selected at the bottom here. Now as you can see beside the share button, we have a circle that's telling us what's happening. So it's importing all of that footage. We're at 4 of 6 and it should be done any second now. So now we have all of our video clips imported, and you can see on the top right we were prompted with an import complete pop-up. So what I normally do is hit eject because I don't need the memory card anymore, but if you don't want to eject it, you can just hit close, but I'll just hit eject. Now, this is where the magic begins, and you're gonna want to start putting these clips into the timeline. And the timeline is at the bottom here, where you can see these boxes laid out. So there's a couple different ways you can go about importing the footage. Say you just wanted this whole 9-second clip into the timeline, so you can drag this clip here, and now it's in the timeline, and you can see the timeline has changed from 0 to 9 seconds. Or what you can do is hit E, and that will bring it to the end of the timeline. And another way to put this into the timeline is on the clip you can see here, it says add the selection to the movie. You can just hit that plus button and it did the exact same thing that we did just the 2 previous times before. So there's a couple different ways you can cut this down. You could even cut it down before you put it into the timeline. So let's say we just want to select 4 seconds of the clip. I've clicked the end of the playhead here, so I'm getting these 2 arrows beside the yellow tab. Now from over here, you see you don't have that. You have to be right here. So you're gonna grab this and drag it over. And as I'm dragging it, the time is changing. So it's 7 seconds now. Let's bring it all the way down to 4. And now you can hit E. And now you can see we have a 4-second clip in our timeline. If you like the keyboard shortcuts, another way to do this is let the video play out a little bit. And to let that happen, all you have to do is press the space bar. Now the original video clip is playing. So say I want it to start there. I hit space again to pause this. I'm gonna now hit I on my keyboard, and that's an in point. So this is where I'm telling the clip that I want it to start. Now I'm just gonna let it play for a little bit. And let's say right about here is good. Now I'm hitting O, and this is an out point. So this is where I want the clip to stop. Now what we can do is hit E, or any other way you want to put it into the timeline, and we have that 4-second clip ready to go. You want to continue doing this for the rest of your clips, whatever you're working on. At the beginning here of this clip, you can see I dropped Hey Arnold, so I'm probably not going to use that in my final edit. So what we want to do is wait until he's standing up and I have him moving properly right there. So I hit I as it's playing, and I want to stop there. So I hit space, hit O again, and now I can click this, hit E, or drag it to the timeline. Now you can see we have this clip into this clip. Now we can go along and keep selecting the rest of our clips. So I want to start this clip where my hand is away. So now my hand is gone, so I can hit I. All right, and the cap stops spinning, so I'll hit O there, and E for the end of the timeline. And there's the clip we have. And this clip I have of the tape rolling. I don't want my hand showing, so I'll just start it there. And it's coming back. I'll just stop it right here. So you can drag or hit O, whatever works best for you. And then E to put at the end of the timeline. Me grab my wallet here, I'll just hit I. Boom, done. It's out of the frame, so O there. Now I'm hitting E again. So I wasn't getting the spin at first, so I'm gonna start it right around here, I. And perfect, there, it's done spinning, O. And like I said, you can just drag, you don't have to use the I and O, you can use these points and be able to just import that into the timeline the same exact way. So now as you can see, we have a 21-second edit all built up here with the clips we had just put together. For today, we're just trying to focus on how to get the footage in the timeline and then out into an MP4 video file. Let's say we're done our edit and we're ready to post this. What we want to do is head up over to the share button at the top right here. And you're going to be prompted with 6 different options. You have email, YouTube, prepare for Facebook, Vimeo, image, and file. The one we're going to want to choose is file at the bottom right. Now we can change the movie to whatever we want to call it. So let's just say I wanted to call iMovie Monday. And you have a description. I normally just leave it how it is. You can tag it if you'd like. Normally I don't add any tags myself. That's not really necessary. This part is important here, format. So you're gonna wanna make sure that video and audio is selected, because if you choose audio only, now you can only choose from these audio files, which you won't have the video clips, so you're not looking to do that. So you're gonna wanna make sure video and audio is always selected, and that way your video exports out properly. Moving down to resolution, we have a few different options from 1080p, 720p, and 540p. I didn't shoot any of this in 4K, but if you had your phone footage or from your camera, maybe you shot 4K, that would be an option here in quality, so you can just choose that. But for me, I'm just gonna keep it at 1080p because that's the highest quality I have. Next, moving down to the quality button, we have low, medium, high, best, or custom. So normally what I'll do is either go between high and best. This is best for the best quality. So the only thing you want to keep in mind is when it's selected at high, we have the file being 54 megabytes. But let me show you, if we change this to best, now it's 320. So it's a lot more information in the file, which is going to make it a better quality video. But you don't necessarily need that. It's just up to you and how much quality you would like in the video. So I'm just going to keep it at high. And now the last thing you have to choose from is the compress. So there's 2 different options. There's faster and better quality. For this, I'm just going to keep it at faster. If you're doing a video and you want better quality, you can choose better quality. It's just going to take a little bit longer for that to export out. So if you're in a time crunch, that might not be the best. You'll just probably want to choose faster. So once we have all our settings ready to go for our video file, the next thing you're going to do is hit next. And now you can see it's prompting us on where we want to save this. And normally I just leave it at the home folder. But if you want to choose somewhere else, that's totally fine. You can choose downloads, desktop, wherever you're going to remember the video is, that is where you want to select the destination to be. I'm going to choose the home and now hit save. Beside the share button, we have our exporting going on here. You can see how long it's taking. And it's a quick video, so it's not going to take too long for this. Now we're prompted with a share successful screen. You can hit show right here, so it'll take you right to where the video exported to. Now you can see I have a yellow highlight right on my iMovie Monday, and I hit spacebar just to play it back and show you that it's all the clips we just put together in that timeline. So that is everything I have for today's tutorial. This should be enough to get you started and at least get into iMovie and putting some stuff together. Join me back here next Monday where I'll go over text and how to add it in and be able to customize it a little bit more. I'm also thinking about doing a mobile version of iMovie 2 as well, because it can be a little bit different than the desktop version. So let me know in the comments down below if that's something you want to see, and I can try to incorporate that in the same video. But that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. It's the Creative Fro, and I'm out.